It is so sad and so beautiful. Oh. Hey, it's Megan. Welcome back to On Writing. If you're new here, I'm a professional writer and writing coach, and today we're looking at the writing in two of the greatest love songs of all time, perhaps? I went through quite a few lists of the top love songs of all time, and these two were on quite a few of them, so I thought, let's take a look. Obviously, there are so many love songs. Let me know if you would put these songs on your list of the greatest love songs of all time. All right, let's go in chronological order and start with Something. So this song was written by George Harrison around 1968, and I do know this song and I do love this song. So let's see, here we go.
Something in the way she moves.
As of course we expect, the song is called Something, so that's the first line we get is something in the way she moves. Apparently too, this opening line was taken from a song by James Taylor, Something in the Way She Moves.
Attracts me like no other lover.
Something in the way she woos me. So to woo someone is like to draw them in. It's another phrase for attracting someone to you, seducing them even.
I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how.
I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. So what's fun about this opening verse so far is that you don't get what it is, right? The whole idea is that it's something. It's not ever explicitly described. It's something in the way she moves. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's like that je ne sais quoi. Like there's just something about this person. But what's cool about that is we can fill in the gaps then. I talk about this a lot with showing versus telling. Showing in writing allows your reader to fill in the gaps, allows them to infer. It doesn't describe every single thing so that your reader doesn't have to use their imagination at all. So something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. We're going to fill in the gaps and be like, oh, okay, so how must she move? We're going to think about ways in which someone would move that would attract another person to them. But that's really good showing there. Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe and how. So and how is like a kind of old-fashioned phrase that means like, I really agree with this, or this is really true. Like, and how. We get that nice midline rhyme. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe and how. You know I believe is interesting. Like now he believes in love, or he believes that he doesn't want to leave her. There's a certainty in it. Like, you know I believe and how. I don't want to leave her now. So something has changed since this person has come along.
Somewhere in her smile, she knows.
So again, we get showing, not telling. Somewhere in her smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. So we can picture the kind of smile that might reflect that idea.
Something in her style that shows me.
Something in her style that shows me I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. It's either something in her style that shows me that I don't need any other lover, or something in her style that shows me I don't want to leave her now. So it's cool that that could play both ways just based on how it's written. I know George Harrison also talked about love being this universal thing where if you love someone, you're seeing God in that person. So I think there's the play on, especially like the you know I believe in how, that aspect of seeing God in someone, seeing the higher power, and that being a source of love, but also that's what's in somebody that draws us to them. It's just something about them, but tying that to a higher power like God. I think that's really cool.
When my love grows, I don't know.
You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know. So there's just this sense that this is like a serious moment of transition and change for this person. Like something has clicked. Will my love grow? I don't know. It may show. I don't know. You stick around. Like I don't know where this will lead or what it'll look like, but there's something about it that's made me believe now.
You stick around now, it may show.
You stick around, now it may show. I don't know. So the lyrics in this really aren't that complicated, but it's a great picture of how you don't have to make your writing all that complicated. It can still be great. Sometimes the less complicated it is, the better it is. We have to give a moment for the guitar solo. conveys a very complicated, very deep experience of recognizing maybe the divine that's within them and how that changes you. And it's conveying that in such simple language. So I think that's really well done.
Something in the way she knows.
I like the repetition of something in the way she moves. So that's very much like she's at a distance. It's just her being her. And then it's somewhere in her smile she knows. That's kind of like he's assuming she knows based on what he's seeing. And then he says something in the way she knows. So it's more concrete, it's more final and determinate at the end, like she knows. And all I have to do is think of her.
Something in the thing she shows me.
Something in the things she shows me. So he's showing us how he's come to discover this divine love through how she moves, the way she woos him, in her smile, her style, the way she knows, and the things that she shows him. So it's very beautiful, it's very simple, and yet it conveys this deep moment of change for him. So that's cool. I never really went through the lyrics of that song with that much depth before, so that was really cool. All right, now we're gonna look at a song that was originally written and recorded by Dolly Parton in 1973, but it's probably most well known for its Whitney Houston version, and that is I Will Always Love You.
If I should stay.
Can we just shout out the fact that she just sang 4 words, no instruments, no nothing, just her voice, and it is so beautiful. Oh, man.
I would only be in your way.
Oh, girl.
I'll think of you every step of the way.
You know, it just hurts you in the best way. This is only 4 lines in, and already we're getting an incredible picture of just honestly the deepest, most purest form of love, I feel like. So the whole idea is that if I stay, I'd only be in your way. So I'm gonna go.
Bittersweet memories.
Ridiculous. Ugh.
That is all I'm taking with me.
She deserves every ounce of praise she's ever gotten for her voice. Let me just put that out there. Anywho, okay. So again, we get a similar sense of this is sad. We're saying goodbye, but we both know it's the right thing to do. My darling, so there's still affection there. Bittersweet memories are all I'm taking with me. Yes, there's a bitterness, but it's also sweet.
So goodbye. Please don't cry.
Goodbye, don't cry. It's not the end of the world. It's sad, but it's what's best for us. We both know I'm not what you need, and I'll always love you. So it's just the most heartbreaking thing. Oh, I'll always love you. I'll always love you, but I can't be in your life anymore because it's not what you need. It's so sad and so beautiful, which honestly is the best combination of things in my opinion. But I like the bittersweet memories. That's all I'm taking with me, because I think it's a bit of a reversal. Bittersweet memories, you might think the next line would be that's all I'm going to think about or reflect on or whatever, something in my mind, because that's where memories are. But it's no, that's all I'm taking with me. I'm going to pack those in my suitcase, take it with me. It makes it a bit more tangible feeling. She's not taking any mementos. She's not taking any of their old shirts or whatever. She's taking just the bittersweet memories. She can't even hold on to that, but it's all she's taking. Oh, so freaking sad. Okay. So far, in terms of the writing, it's so simple. It's so simple, but it's conveying this really beautiful sense of love. If I stay, I'd only be in your way. I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. So we have a nice rhyme scheme there. It's very simple, but it's absolutely just right to the point. And of course, combining it with the music and Whitney Houston's voice creates this heartbreak that is at the heart of this song. So, all right, a moment for the saxophone. And then this is my favorite verse of the song.
And I hope you have all you dreamed of.
I hope life treats you kind. I hope you have all you dreamed of. I wish you joy and happiness.
But above all this,
above all this, I wish you love. Like, again, it's just that self-sacrificial willingness to put someone else above yourself, which I think is the heart of like the deepest love, as I said before. Like, yes, I will always love you, and that's why I hope life treats you kind. That's why I hope you've had all you've dreamed of, because I will always love you. So I want these things for you, regardless of whether I'm in your life or not. So this song is just so perfectly written. Like, it's just very succinct. There aren't a lot of verses. There aren't a lot of lines that don't say I will always love you. And yet it's just conveying that crunchy, awful feeling of like, I love you, but I'm not going to be in your life anymore. Ugh. All right, big finish. That woman had a gift. So beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, so honestly, when we're looking at the writing in this song, there's really not a lot of figurative language. There's not a lot of metaphor. Really, the only thing she says that falls in line with that would be bittersweet memories are all I'm taking with me. And even that's not like you can take memory. I mean, it's figurative, but yeah. It's very straightforward, but it cuts to the quick because it conveys such a complex feeling and situation. And the music and the singing just bring that to life in incredible ways. So in terms of the writing, I think what we can take away from this is sometimes simple is the way to go. We saw it with Something as well. There wasn't a lot to that song in terms of flair or the word choice, poetic devices, like nothing really like that. And I think for this kind of song where the speaker is speaking directly to their loved one, I think it works really well. And it still paints a picture of what's happening. We still get the sense of the story of like, okay, this person loves them, but they're leaving. It's just not hinted at. So I would say in creative writing, maybe lean away from that. I think it works better in a song. I think in creative writing, it's a little bit better to just show versus tell this much. But if this was dialogue in a story, yeah, I could totally see that working. But as like narration or in order to set up a story, I think it would be too much on the telling side versus the showing side. But dialogue, for sure, very beautiful. So, all right, so we took a look at two of the greatest love songs of all time. Let me know in the comments if you agree with that assessment, if there are other songs you would add to the list. But as always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and happy writing.